Hey, we got new women's tag team champions.
What's up, guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching Bretto live.
Welcome to this brand new WWE action figure setup. I set up Raw, I set up Smackdown from this past week. The Elimination Chamber is tonight. Before we get there, let's talk about Raw and Smackdown. Starting off with Monday Night Raw from Cincinnati, Ohio, we have new tag team champions. I will talk about that here in a few, but before we get there, we unexpectedly opened up the show with Mr. Logan Paul, originally from Ohio, so that's pretty funny. Logan Paul talking about how he's gonna win the Elimination Chamber, go on to WrestleMania and beat Cody Rhodes for the championship, but he gets interrupted by CM Punk. And Punk saying that's not gonna happen. Logan Paul gave him the ultimate disrespect by slapping that man right across his face. The best in the world was left speechless, being slapped in the face, bleeding from the tongue, I would assume, because CM Punk was bleeding from the mouth, so I would assume he bit his tongue after he got slapped. Dude, Logan Paul rocked him. He did. Logan Paul just hightailed. He ran out of there before CM Punk could get his hands on him. Great opening promo here. I enjoyed it. Little hype for the chamber. Because if you remember, I mean, Logan Paul was the one that eliminated CM Punk out of the Royal Rumble. So this only makes sense that we had this promo. Did Penta just lose? Okay, so it was Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser versus Pete Dunne. Triple threat match. Highly anticipated one that we've been waiting a couple weeks for. Great triple threat. Oh my gosh. Some amazing chemistry between all these men. I love the moment we saw the powerbomb suplex here with all three men involved. I set it up here. Yeah, insanely hard to set up. It looks freaking sick. I really enjoyed this triple threat match. Penta had Pete Dunne pinned, all right? He hit him with that freaking Mexican Destroyer. He had Pete Dunne pinned, but Ludwig Kaiser took advantage. He threw Penta out of the ring and then would pin Pete Dunne himself. 1, 2, 3. Ludwig Kaiser wins the match. Penta's first loss in WWE. It was triple threat action. He didn't get pinned, but it was just still shocking to see Penta lose. Ludwig Kaiser is definitely on the rise. WWE's trying to make him look good. Will Rhea Ripley lose her World Women's Championship to Io Sky at the Raw after the Elimination Chamber? Highly doubtful, but she was being interviewed by Jackie Redmond out in the crowd. I like when they do these crowd interviews. I think they're pretty cool. Really good way to get the crowd involved. Really show the capacity of the crowd. Really shows how many people are actually in that arena. So Rhea Ripley's going to get interrupted by Io Sky. Io Sky tries to cut a little promo, but I don't understand Io Sky, so it was tough to kind of follow this. So, but yeah, I would assume she said something along the lines of like, I'm going to take that title and I'm going to be the next women's champion, I would assume. The heel day is back in action. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, they fought some of the LWO here, Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro are amazing. They have some great chemistry, like straight up. It was only them out there. No LWO on ringside. I mean, Rey Mysterio's out of action indefinitely after he got attacked by the New Day after the Logan Paul match, so nobody was there to help out LWO. New Day wins, and then New Day's going to attack LWO after the match, adding insult to injury. Here comes Dragon Lee saying, nah, that's not going to happen. Dragon Lee runs in. Doesn't really work out. The New Day get the best of Dragon Lee. They get the best of Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. But do you guys like this new heel New Day, bro? I don't know. I feel like it's being kind of forced, not gonna lie. Gunther handpicked his opponent for this Monday Night Raw. Who did he choose? He chose Akira Tozawa, just like Carmelo Hayes did. So I guess people just think Akira Tozawa is a walk in the park. Well, not really, man. Akira Tozawa brought the frickin' fight to Gunther. He was 1 second away from pinning the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. If you actually put that into perspective, that's pretty crazy. But Gunther's obviously gonna beat Akira Tozawa. He literally hung him from his arm, passed him out, and then he won by literal knockout. Absolutely insane. Otis is going to come in to try to even up the odds, and then Otis is going to get choked out. Luckily for main event Jey Uso, who would run down and help out freaking Otis and Akira Tozawa before Gunther could do any more damage. Gunther kind of just hightailed. Gunther saw Jey, he dipped up out of there, and he wanted nothing to do with Jey, bro. And is Gunther afraid of Jey Uso? Why didn't he just stay in the ring? Why didn't he just stay in the ring and fight Jey Uso? Nah, he's afraid of Mr. Yeet Man. This was okay. Yeah, so Lyra Valkyria defended her Intercontinental Championship up against Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai, I thought, was going to skate by with the victory and win that IC belt, but she did not. Lyra Valkyria wins the match, pinning Dakota 1, 2, 3 clean. After the match, they show more respect, bro. Dakota raises her hand again, shakes her hand, shows her respect. I'm like, bro, Dakota, we need to like do something dirty here. Like, well, why don't we take out Lyra, turn heel or something? As Dakota's walking up the ramp, she gets attacked by Ivy-Nell. Then Ivy-Nell attacks Lyra Valkyria. So I would assume it's setting up for maybe a triple threat match with Dakota, or maybe Ivy's just going to fight Lyra in an IC title match. But man, this should have been Dakota. Sami Zayn sat down with Jackie Redmond, and it got personal. I guess Sami Zayn attended Kevin Owens' house after Kevin Owens attended his house, like stalkingly. And Sami's like, I barely recognize myself. Well, I don't even know what my intentions were, but all I can say is this Elimination Chamber match between me and Kevin Owens is going to be brutal, and Kevin, I'm going to freaking destroy you. So yeah, just hyping up for their match that I cannot wait for. It's happening tonight. I'm going to be reviewing that show, dropping tomorrow. Elimination Chamber, it's going to be insane. Yeah, so Braun Breaker fought Dominic Mysterio, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be a spear just like last week, and he's going to pin Dominic Mysterio 1, 2, 3. But before that could happen, the Judgment Day just attack Braun Breaker. Finn Balor, Carlito, they just attack Braun. Ding, ding, ding. The bell rings. Disqualification. Braun Breaker technically wins. And then it was just a 3-on-1 on Braun Breaker. Finn Balor's like, I'm going to go get a chair. I'm going to go get a chair. He gets the chair, but by this point, Braun Breaker's already taken out Carlito and Dominic. Braun Breaker goes face to face with Finn Balor. I would assume setting up a future Intercontinental Championship match between the two, which I am excited for. Finn versus Braun. That sounds good coming off the tongue. Cody Rhodes has finally addressed The Rock's offer about getting his soul, selling his soul to The Rock. Cody Rhodes is actually thinking about this. Is there anything to think about? Obviously, don't take this offer, Cody. Even Seth tried to come out and snap some sense into Cody Rhodes, telling him, dude, why would you do this? Remember what the Final Boss did to you last year? Why would you do this? Cody Rhodes also brought up some valid points, telling Seth, like, you're not so good either, Seth. You turned on the Shield. You turned on freaking everybody. It's like, bro, but Cody, The Rock was like your arch enemy. What are you doing? Thank you, Seth Rollins, for finally, like, somebody talking some sense into Cody Rhodes. Like, this is a terrible offer. Don't take it. Dude, our main event of the show was awesome. Great women's tag team action here. Normally, the women's tag team matches kind of put me to sleep, no offense, but dude, this one was amazing. Naomi and Bianca Belair defending them up against the Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Match was back and forth. Dominic Mysterio had to get involved multiple times in order for Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan to pick up the victory. Liv Morgan with the, I believe she hit the Oblivion on Naomi, pinned her 1, 2, 3. Still shocked that we have new women's tag team champions. I was maybe expecting like a Jade appearance, but that didn't happen. We didn't need it. Dude, we had a great tag team match and new women's tag team champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And just think, Liv has another opportunity to win the Chamber, bro. She could be literally double champ at WrestleMania. Could you imagine that? We also saw the Viking Raiders attack American Made backstage. And I love the super kick from Jey Uso to Grayson Waller backstage. That felt good. Yeah, that was pretty much Monday Night Raw in a nutshell here from Cincinnati, Ohio. Great Monday Night Raw. I really enjoyed it. My favorite match was Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Naomi and Bianca Belair. Favorite moment was easily Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes' promo. And ranking this show out of 10, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. Friday Night Smackdown from Toronto, Canada. This is the Smackdown before Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber is today. We are all hyped. Before we get there, let's talk about Smackdown. We opened up the show with Tiffy and Trishy time. They had custom Maple Leafs jerseys for Toronto, so they threw them out in the crowd, and then they would get interrupted by Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Tiffany Stratton would challenge Chelsea Green to a match one-on-one in the beginning of the show, and she would get it. It was Tiffany Stratton versus Chelsea Green. Tiffany Stratton was closing in on the victory, looked for the prettiest moonsault, but then here comes Candice LeRae and Nia Jax, who are going to intervene, causing a disqualification. I was looking for a big annihilator on Trish Stratus, but it didn't work out this time. Tiff and Trish fought them off, looking good going into the Elimination Chamber. I hope they win, man. I hope they win their tag match for real. Well, it was supposed to be the Street Profits versus Los Garza, Angel, and Bretto, but the match didn't even happen. An absolute brawl ensued. A DIY out there, pretty deadly out there, MCMG out there, Angel, Bretto, Street Profits, literally every single tag team you could think of on SmackDown was out there just beating the living snot out of each other for like a solid 5 minutes. I would hope they go to like a wild tornado tag team match for the championships here. I think that would be really, really good. Instead of like a tournament and this person loses, this person. No, throw every team in there. Big freaking like turmoil match. It would be so freaking awesome. I know it. But yeah, we did not see Los Garza versus the Street Profits. That's for sure. Jacob Fatu went one-on-one with Andrade to qualify for a triple threat match later in the night, where the winner of that match would face Shinsuke Nakamura and become the #1 contender for the United States Championship. Andrade, Jacob Fatu. This match was actually really solid, man. Jacob Fatu did skate by with the victory, hitting his moonsault off the top rope, beating Andrade. Pretty solid match. Dude, we had every single member of the men's elimination chamber out here on SmackDown besides John Cena. So we had Drew, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, who was dressed like a freaking oven mitt. I'm going to be doing a short on that soon. And we also had Damian Priest out there. Literally every single member, including Logan Paul, who came out to John Cena's theme song. So he tricked the entire crowd. So he comes out to Cena's theme, which was freaking genius, by the way, Logan Paul. Logan Paul would bash CM Punk. CM Punk looked to take out Logan Paul. It didn't work out. Drew McIntyre had some great words in this promo. Oh my gosh, that was cool. Seth Rollins was good. Damian Priest was good. Man, they just got me excited for the freaking chamber coming up later today. Man, it's going to be good. It was LA Knight, yeah, going up against Escobar C. Santos Escobar versus LA Knight one-on-one. Also, winner of this match goes to the main event in the triple threat. to possibly become #1 contender for the U.S. title. This was a great match between Knight and freaking Santos. Just absolutely hard hitting. LA Knight hit a wicked BFT reversal on Santos to win the match. Like, Santos was jumping off the top rope, reversed into a BFT. Let's go. LA Knight on his way to the triple threat. And our last triple threat qualifier match here was freaking Braun Strowman versus Carmelo Hayes. And I'm like, okay, how is Carmelo Hayes going to beat Braun Strowman? Well, first of all, we saw Solo and Tama Tonga come out. They kind of screwed it for Braun because I guess Jacob Fatu didn't want to face Braun Strowman in the main event of the show. They attempted to take out Braun, but it didn't really work. But Carmelo thought of another plan. Carmelo threw the steel chair at Braun, did a little Eddie Guerrero move, and then dropped to his back, and then the referee thought that Braun Strowman hit Carmelo Hayes with the steel chair. How genius is this? Carmelo Hayes on his way to the main event, and Braun Strowman wanted to get his hands on Solo so bad, but he couldn't, bro. Solo hightailed. Sami Zayn was calling out Kevin Owens, saying he's not worried about what happens to him at the Elimination Chamber. He's worried about what he's going to do to Kevin Owens at the Chamber. No, Kevin Owens did not come out. Kevin Owens was actually at the Rogers Arena where the Elimination Chamber is going to be held. That's why I have him all the way over there in his own ring. Kevin Owens did not pull up to confront Sami Zayn. He was in his own ring over there, and Sami Zayn was in the arena for Smackdown, so that we did not see a face-to-face, but man, they got me excited for their match, bro. It's going to be amazing. It was a big 6-woman tag team match where we saw Bayley, Naomi, and Bianca Belair versus Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez. Amazing 6-woman tag team match here, man. I loved how Roxanne Perez got the pinfall to win. She hit pop rocks on Bayley, which is a nice, like, inverted, like, kind of code red maneuver to Bayley. 1, 2, 3, Roxanne wins the match. After the match, Alexa Bliss is going to come out and hit a cool, wicked Sister Abigail, like a modified Sister Abigail, on Roxanne Perez. Just, you know, kind of showing her up before the Chamber here. Chamber's going to be good for the men and the women, bro. It's looking good on both sides. And our main event of the show was the triple threat match between LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, and Jacob Fatu. A lot of fun here, man. This was a great triple threat match. In the end, we did see LA Knight pin Carmelo Hayes to win the match after Jacob Fatu literally did all the work. He did the moonsault. He did all of his maneuvers to Carmelo, looked to pin him. LA Knight was like, nah, pulled him out of the ring, pins Carmelo, steals the freaking victory, and your #1 contender once again for the United States Championship, LA Knight. But this time, I think Knight's got Shinsuke Nakamura's number. He's going to take out Nakamura. Your next United States champion, LA Knight, 2-time U.S. champ. Let's go, LA Knight. Let's go. And that's not all. Our main promo of the show was Cody Rhodes responding to Michael Cole. First of all, Michael Cole was looking for a little answers on what Cody Rhodes is going to say to the final boss today at the Chamber. Is he going to accept the soul offer? And Michael Cole, he wasn't really answering questions. He was more or less scolding Cody Rhodes, telling Cody Rhodes that Cody Rhodes, I know, would never take this offer. Why would you even think about this, Cody? It definitely felt like a friend-to-friend thing here. Michael Cole was spitting facts here on Cody Rhodes. And then the final boss would gift Cody Rhodes a Ford Raptor wrapped in Cody logo, so that was cool. You could definitely tell Cody's thinking about this offer, especially when The Rock mentions his family, mentions Dusty Rhodes, has a custom Cody's Soul weight belt. Like, oh my gosh. Obviously, The Rock wasn't there. He was just on the Titantron, about to get on his jet. But like, oh man, you could tell that Cody Rhodes is thinking about this offer, and it's got me worried. Could we have a heel Cody Rhodes going into WrestleMania? Very well possible. Yes, that was Friday Night Smackdown from Toronto, Canada. I thought it was a really solid show. It flowed really well. That's why I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. That's pretty good. My favorite match was the triple threat match with Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, and Jacob Fatu. My favorite moment was easily Logan Paul coming out to John Cena's theme song. That was awesome. Enjoy the Elimination Chamber, guys. I'm going to be reviewing that show tomorrow, and I will see you guys next time. Bretto Live is out.